With Mitch Marner officially a Vegas Golden Knight, the Toronto Maple Leafs have entered an aggressive new phase of roster construction. General Manager Brad Treliving is not merely patching a hole. He is actively exploring a fundamental teardown of the team's core, with reports indicating that foundational defenseman Morgan Rielly, recent acquisition Brandon Carlo, and former fan favorite Nazem Kadri are all central to ongoing trade discussions. The inclusion of Morgan Rielly's name has sent shockwaves through the fan base. As one of the longest tenured players and a pillar of the blue line, Rielly has been considered a core piece for years. However, his $7.5 million cap hit and full no-move clause represent both a significant asset and a major hurdle. Management is reportedly gauging whether Rielly would consider waiving his clause, a move that could free up immense financial flexibility and potentially allow the Leafs to pursue a different style of offensive defenseman to reshape their back end. Equally surprising is the emergence of Brandon Carlo in trade talks, given he was only recently brought in to solidify Toronto's defense. His value, however, is precisely why he is being discussed. As a 6 feet 6 inches shutdown defenseman with a team-friendly contract and elite penalty-killing skills, Carlo is a type of high-value asset that could be the centerpiece in a trade to acquire a top 6 forward, the most pressing need following Marner's departure. Moving him would be a clear signal that Treliving is prioritizing offensive firepower above all else. Meanwhile, the persistent rumors of a reunion with Nazem Kadri continue to swirl, fueled by conflicting reports. While some insiders suggest the Calgary Flames are reluctant to move him, a growing belief is that a substantial offer could change their minds. Critically, Kadri, who spent a decade in Toronto, is reportedly open to waiving his no-trade clause for a return to the Maple Leafs. His championship experience and gritty, two-way style are exactly what many feel the current core lacks, making him a tantalizing, if complex, target. Ultimately, these discussions paint a clear picture of Brad Treliving's strategy. He is committed to transforming the Leafs into a more balanced and resilient team, and he has operated without sentiment or attachment to past loyalties. While no trade is imminent, the willingness to explore moving players like Rielly and Carlo, coupled with the pursuit of a figure like Kadri, signals that the organization is in the midst of its most significant potential overhaul in years. With an eye on cap flexibility and offensive upgrades, no name appears to be off the table. If you were the GM, which of these 3 potential moves would you prioritize? Trading Rielly, moving Carlo for a forward, or bringing back Kadri? Let us know your strategy in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe for the latest updates. One thing is certain: the Toronto Maple Leafs are in full throttle mode this offseason. The era of the core four is definitively over, and under Brad Treliving's aggressive new vision, no one is safe. Blockbuster proposal. Could a $63 million defenseman land in Toronto? The Toronto Maple Leafs' quest to fortify their blue line could be heading towards a blockbuster move. While GM Brad Treliving has publicly expressed satisfaction with his current defensive core, a new trade proposal from Heavy.com suggests the Leafs could be targeting a massive acquisition. New Jersey Devils star defenseman Dougie Hamilton. This isn't just a minor tweak. It's a franchise-altering proposal. The deal would see the Maple Leafs acquire Dougie Hamilton, while the Devils would receive a package designed to provide immediate help and future assets. The proposed trade looks like this. Maple Leafs acquire Dougie Hamilton. Devils acquire Oliver Ekman-Larsson, Kaye Jarnkrok, and prospect Cade Weber. For Toronto, the logic is crystal clear. They would be acquiring an elite, top-pairing offensive defenseman to address what was a significant weakness last season, generating offense from the blue line. Hamilton, who posted 40 points in just 64 games, will provide an immediate and substantial boost. He is a power play quarterback and a dynamic puck mover who would transform the Leafs' back end. The move would be a massive commitment, as Hamilton has 3 years remaining on a 7-year, $63 million contract, which carries a $9 million annual cap hit. For New Jersey, this trade is about strategic reallocation of assets and cap space. With young defensemen on the rise, Hamilton's role has reportedly diminished, making his large contract a potential burden. In this deal, they shed his salary and acquire Oliver Ekman-Larsson, a capable offensive defenseman, on a much cheaper contract who can fill some of the void. They also get Kaye Jarnkrok, a versatile bottom-six forward, and Cade Weber, a 24-year-old defensive prospect, adding both depth and a piece of the future. This proposal gained significant credibility when paired with recent insider reports. An NHL executive recently told RG that the Leafs have, in fact, shown interest in Hamilton. "I've heard the Leafs have kicked tires on him," the source said. "They are looking at a number of options for their blue line, and a lot of them have offensive flair. Hamilton fits the profile." This confirms that Toronto's front office is actively looking for a player with Hamilton's exact skill set. However, there's a fascinating wrinkle. GM Brad Treliving recently stated, "I like the length of our defense. I like the makeup of our defense." He is focused on making the team bigger and harder to play against. But he also added a crucial caveat. "We can't be rigid." This suggests that while he's happy with the current group's toughness, he knows an opportunity to add elite talent cannot be ignored. The question is whether the need for more offense outweighs his satisfaction with current defensive identity. Is this the kind of all-in move the Maple Leafs need to make to finally get over the hump? Is the price of Ekman Larsson, Jarnkrok, and a prospect worth it for a star like Hamilton? Let us know what you think of this blockbuster proposal in the comments below. The path forward for the Maple Leafs defense is at a crossroads. They can continue to build on their new identity of size and grit, or they can make a decisive, high-stakes move for an offensive dynamo like Dougie Hamilton. The direction they choose will speak volumes about their strategy for finally capturing the Stanley Cup.